Silence is more than just a lack of sound. It is an instrument of power and influence. In a world dominated by noise, silence is the ultimate weapon. Strategic silence is an art, and mastering it can lead to immense personal power. Silence often speaks louder than words ever could. In moments of crisis, those who can remain silent wield the most control. Silence allows you to listen deeply and understand more than others. Words can be easily misinterpreted, but silence never lies. A strategic pause can reveal more about your intentions than an entire conversation. The less you speak, the more powerful your words become. People often underestimate the power of silence in communication. Silence offers a space for reflection, letting you think before you act. Silence in leadership shows confidence and command, while constant chatter undermines authority. In a noisy world, silence is a rare and valuable trait. Strategic silence is not about being mute, it's about choosing when to speak. Silence is a powerful tool in negotiation. It forces others to reveal their true intentions. Silence can create an air of mystery, making people more curious about what you're thinking. In conflict, silence often has the ability to diffuse tension without a single word. The ability to stay silent in difficult situations signals emotional strength and resilience. When you're quiet, people tend to fill the silence with their own assumptions, giving you insight. Silence gives you time to process and think critically before reacting. Words are fleeting, but silence can be transformative. The act of saying nothing often makes others more interested in what you have to say. Silence in moments of uncertainty gives you the upper hand, allowing you to control the flow of conversation. It's in silence that the true depth of your character is revealed. Sometimes, silence is the best answer. It shows that you're not desperate for validation. Leaders who use silence strategically often appear more thoughtful and deliberate. The person who speaks the least often carries the most authority in a room. Silence allows you to observe the reactions of others without the pressure to respond immediately. In silence, you can learn more than in any conversation. Strategic silence creates space for others to express themselves, revealing their true intentions. Silence lets you control the pace of communication, making others wait for your words. The most powerful people often speak the least. Silence is a tool for the wise. It helps you make better decisions and avoid impulsive actions. The quieter you are, the more your presence is felt. Silence helps you avoid unnecessary conflict and maintain composure in stressful situations. In leadership, silence is often more effective than speaking. Words can be used to manipulate, but silence cannot be twisted. In negotiations, silence forces the other party to reveal their true position. Silence conveys strength and control, while constant talking can come across as weakness. The person who speaks less often holds more power in a conversation. Silence is not an absence of communication. It is a form of communication in itself. By choosing silence, you force others to work harder to understand you. Silence is a strategy that many successful people use to maintain an aura of mystery. It's in the quiet moments that the most profound truths emerge. People who are comfortable with silence often find themselves in the most powerful positions. When everyone else is talking, silence gives you the opportunity to reflect and plan your next move. Silence shows that you're not easily swayed by others' opinions. The less you speak, the more others pay attention when you do choose to speak. Silence is an intentional choice. It's about saying only what needs to be said. In a world that values constant communication, silence is a rare and valuable resource. Silence also brings clarity. When you're quiet, you focus more on what's truly important. Without constant noise, you can think deeply and make informed decisions. A clear mind comes from removing distractions, and silence is the perfect filter. The best ideas often arise in the absence of chatter. Quietness offers space for reflection, while over-explaining often leads to confusion. A leader who holds back their words leaves room for their actions to speak louder. Their silence signals that they don't need to explain every move. There's strength in knowing when to speak and when to remain silent. Silence protects you from misinterpretation. When you speak less, people listen more closely. Over-explaining leads to misunderstandings. Silence brings mystery. With silence, you dictate the terms of engagement, not your audience. Silence builds anticipation, while over-explanation diffuses the power of your message. In every relationship, silence can be an asset. It forces others to come to you. Silence shows that you are confident enough to stand alone without needing validation. In strategic settings, silence works as a tool to hold the upper hand in negotiations. By withholding information, you gain control over the flow of conversation. Silence can turn the tables. While everyone else is talking, you're preparing your next move. A quiet approach creates intrigue and encourages others to seek your perspective. Speaking too much often leads to oversharing, which dilutes your authority. Machiavelli's advice emphasizes that silence helps you maintain an air of mystery and authority. Leaders who master the art of silence understand the power of controlled influence. A person who speaks little often leaves a lasting impression, while others fade into the background. Silence allows you to gauge reactions without revealing your own position. People who speak less invite curiosity. Those who talk endlessly invite judgment. Words are valuable currency. Use them sparingly to maintain their worth. When you refrain from filling every silence, your words become more impactful. Every time you speak, you give away a piece of yourself. Sometimes, keeping things to yourself is a powerful strategy. The ability to stay silent shows emotional control, a trait every strong leader possesses. Silence forces others to reflect on their own thoughts, giving you time to plan your next move. This kind of thoughtful silence is a key element in strategic decision-making. People who master silence know how to use it to their advantage, whether in negotiations or leadership. The more you speak, the more you risk revealing your thoughts and weakening your position. Silence makes your next move unpredictable, keeping your opponents guessing. In moments of conflict, silence can be a powerful weapon to prevent escalation. Silence is not weakness. It's an indication of strength and self-assurance. It signals that you don't feel the need to defend yourself constantly. By keeping quiet, you avoid giving away unnecessary details that others can use against you. In tough negotiations, silence allows you to hold the power in the conversation. Knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet is one of the most effective tools of negotiation. Silence creates a space for others to reconsider their positions and approach you with more respect. Instead of engaging in every argument, silence allows you to pick your battles. Leaders who practice silence don't get bogged down by trivial conflicts. It's a tool for remaining above the fray, focused on the bigger picture. Silence creates distance, and distance often increases respect. You don't need to respond to every provocation. Let your silence do the talking. When others are speaking, it's an opportunity for you to observe, learn, and prepare your strategy. Silence is a form of listening. It helps you understand others' intentions without interrupting them. In moments of tension, silence forces others to fill the gaps with their own interpretations. Mastering silence means that you can remain calm and composed in any situation. The art of silence is about knowing when to let your actions speak for you. Silence has a magnetic quality. It draws others in, making them curious about what you're thinking. Silence helps you avoid saying things in the heat of the moment that you might later regret. When you're silent, you give yourself time to think, process, and then speak with purpose. Every moment of silence gives you a chance to reassess your goals and strategies. Strategic silence gives you an edge by allowing you to remain unpredictable. It enables you to set the pace of any conversation, making others follow your lead. In any setting, silence can help you maintain composure and avoid saying the wrong thing. People who speak too much often lose credibility, while those who speak little gain respect. Silence allows you to distance yourself from the noise and stay focused on your true objectives. When you don't rush to speak, you create space for others to contribute, making them feel heard.